Hello, hello. Today we're going to cover some gameplay mechanics I did not get to in the first video about reincarnating, recruiting, and the Mystic Realm. So first, just a quick overview. I played a lot since I first started this, and I had to reorganize a ton because you start with a bunch of debris here, and then you just kind of upgrade as you go, and the buildings get bigger. So it got pretty messed up. But now we have a nice airship tourist area. Comes down to our hotels and our pizza serving USA burger restaurant here. Then all the adventurers live over here next to the college, so they can learn their skills there. And then we have the start of the manufacturing district, which I still haven't fully done, but these are now the workshops and the crafting stalls and what have you. In the center here, we have all the shops. So it became a pain to manage when it was all sprawled out like that. The workers live over here, and the guild hall and labs and so forth also hang out over here. I have been playing pretty much nonstop for the last 2 days, and it's a lot of fun. So I found out about a couple of important mechanics. The game does explain it to you as you go, but it may be easier just to see it in action. So we'll start with recruiting, which is how you get these high status guys. So under character, under roving, where is it? You can see I've got Carrick here. I unlocked him through a quest on this island. And we want him because he's purple, right? So how do we get a hold of this guy? Well, bounties will raise his satisfaction level. What we need to do is move this favor bar all the way all the way to max, and then he'll, as long as we have room, he'll join us in our city. So he's hanging out doing a bounty right now. What we'll check on is, do we have enough stuff to kind of bribe him right away? You may see I have more junk than I did last time. But what really works well is purple armor. So let's queue up a little set of purple armor that we'll be giving to him. Okay, that won't take long to come out. Usually I would be juggling these queues, but for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna, let's do the recruiting. Okay, so now we've got him set up for recruiting. He's on this bounty here, and in 2 minutes he will finish it, so we might as well let him finish. That'll get him some money. In the meantime, we might as well look at him. So these purple guys have a high-end bloodline, which is sort of like bloodline. And then he has whatever cultivation manual he started with. In this case, it's a low-end, maybe guardian. Yeah, guardian thing. So he pulls aggro, all that sort of stuff. First thing we'll do to speed him up is give him a horse. Let's keep an eye on him. these level 92 starfish guys are coming for my farms here. It's really just one farm. The Fires of Civilization here is what collects your chaos value, which you see I've tapped out the island. I finished all the quests for the purpose of getting this guy. Alright, now he is off to buy a weapon, which means he's in town, and that's where we want him to be. So when you give him stuff, he needs to be in town. So what we do is we'll just outfit him in purple armor. You can see his favor is going up. And he just needs one more thing. Do I have a sword and shield, I wonder? I'm not really seeing one. Oh, did I not give him a necklace? There we go. I don't care if I give him the wrong weapon. He'll figure out how to switch it himself later. Alright, so we're at 243 favor of 243. We can unpause, and the next thing he does, after whatever he's doing now, buying a weapon, is he will apply to the settlement. We can go here. You can see it's a very popular settlement. Carrick is the only one I want, though. And he is now among your settled adventurers. Which leads us into the reincarnation mechanic, since we'll want to do a little setup on this guy. There are a couple of things we'll do aside from giving him a horse. Is he comes with one manual, but he can learn a second one. And the number of manuals he knows will up his level cap. So, we go to the Enlightenment Tower. This is for learning any of these manuals. We assign him. Now here we have to select the manual we want to give him. And since he just had healer and we gave him a pole arm, we can move him into that. I'm going to give him something physical. A physical attack type. Oh, I think I have a... You get these through a variety of methods, and I think I've got... Yeah, here we go. Sword and gun. Now, again, I'm not going to worry about switching his weapon because, first of all, he'll be starting this at level 1, so he may not wish to, swap over right away. Now, the second bit of setup will be for his bloodline. So, these guys collect through adventures a bunch of stuff like these portraits or candles or whatever, and those over time get fused in to what's called their bloodline. If you've seen other cultivation games, like Amazing Cultivation Simulator, it's one of those overtime sort of systems. Anyway, we want him to fill all of this out, and he's not necessarily going to have the stuff to do it. So we can go to his little backpack, and we can donate some low-end stuff. Here, let's increase dodge. Let's increase physical attack for sure. Ignore that for now. Some of these buff the amount of money he spends in town, as well as his stats. So those are great. Now, we won't do anything with that. He's just going to have those in his inventory, and as he levels up, he'll integrate them into his bloodline. Bloodline being sort of like background, I guess, like a nobleman's son or a poor bandit. Carrick just happens to be an ancestral spirit, elf type kind of guy. I did pick up some other adventurers as well. Oh, I don't think he's supposed to be up there. He's also an elf. Here, this guy's a vampire duke. There is a way to level these bloodlines up as well, but I'm not going to get into it. So, while he's learning a manual, let's check out this, the Bloodline Addition system, which is along the lines of reincarnation. So let's go find the guy, Fu Fing, we just saw. And what you can do is you can assign him to the building, then click Assign again to go to Fusion. And what this will do is add a second bloodline bonus set to him. He's already purple, you know, he's a vampire duke or whatever. Some are clearly better than others, you know. When you click choose on one of these, it'll tell you what you actually need. So for instance, I don't actually have any of that material, but I believe I've got a couple of purple ones laying around. Some of them have drawbacks as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I know I have one of those. So he'll have a 50% chance to summon an animal just for free if he doesn't have one. So he does the same thing as our guy was doing here. He's going to go to the building and learn it. So that's how you increase their level cap and increase their bloodline bonuses. He needs it as well, Carrick here. But let's go reincarnate somebody real fast. So I started with Zeus as sort of the you can choose him for points at character creation. So I've been keeping him pretty updated. And you can see he has reincarnated, I think, 3 times. Not actually sure where I checked that now. Regardless, he has I've been sending him off for reincarnation. And on your first reincarnation, you open up another manual slot, and you open up an active manual slot. So even though these guys are learning, all 3 of these, for instance, unless they're activated here, he's not going to be cultivating or have access to any of the skills. So you can see he only knows 3, the one he came with, the little healer method, and some more sword stuff. So when you reincarnate, oh, there it is, 2 reincarnations. You gain better base stats. You just get better. Your level resets to 1, and then you can level back up and reincarnate again, which makes you even stronger, up to 9 times per character. So this is our reincarnation dragon. And what we do, he can only do 1 at a time. There are several handy filters like this, all and entitled. So all is just all of your characters. Entitled means people that are ready to reincarnate. Like Zeus, who again is my strongest guy. And the reincarnation will consume money, and it will consume pills. Since Zeus is at tier 2, he needs Nirvana pills, which I've learned to craft. If I look at one of my lower level guys, they only need a lower tier pill to do it. But we want Zeus to be as powerful as humanly possible. So we'll throw him in there. while we're doing that, let's check for, we can check on this guy, for instance. So you can see he started with the Bloodline Angel. I added Superman to it because that's a really good one. And he's reincarnated twice, and he's got all three. Well, he's got an assassin manual and 2 summoning manuals. So he fights with the spear, but he gets some crit and speed reduction stuff, and then he also summons critters. All right, with that, now we need to wait for Zeus to reincarnate. So it's already 16% done. It's hard to get a good view of this. You can't zoom out as far as I'd like. I wish you could zoom out a little bit more, but I'm going to put this on fast mode because I need Zeus for the third R, which is the Mystic Realm. That's kind of seizure-inducing. Let's get out of there. The Mystic Realm is found on the world map. You start getting a lot of pop-ups about it with some Chinese characters. And Mystic Realms are not islands. You can see we're at the island. We're at a treasure island here. And this tells you what unique things you can unlock on it. And here is a Mystic Realm, the Frozen Land, for instance. These are basically wave arenas, and you can see I've already connected to one. Typically, you go to the world map, you'd find one of these, like here's Controversy Land. Now I kind of want to go there. You would click Route, which, by the way, you control your speed down here on the lower left. So if you click Route somewhere and you don't move anywhere, click Speed 3, and it'll actually start moving. Anyway, we've got a realm opened. This is kind of like the Illusion Lands in, say, the Lost Village, stuff like that. So Zeus is reincarnated. He's already level 3 somehow. He hadn't even left town. Let's go watch him as he goes. So now we can check his stats too. You can see he's way down, say, on strength, but his combat power is still 22,000 at level 3. Whereas if we were to look at somebody who has not reincarnated, like one of these randos, well, she's still pretty good, but 10k. So either way, he'll shoot up and become even more powerful at this point. These other characters have all also reincarnated. So we have a pretty good team of guys. It would be great if I could get Zeus back up, but I have several high-level guys, so I think we'll be all right. He's already level 12. He's pretty ridiculous. Oh yeah, see, he's killing these level 92 guys. So I think he'll be good to go into the Mystic Realm. All right, let's enter the Mystic Realm. Turn this down to regular play. Upgrade the Leviathan. Go back to the city. So this is how we enter. This is an additional level up mechanic over here, the promotion ground. I don't know how that works yet, but I'll find out someday. So you select your realm. We're all connected. And this is pretty dead simple. Again, I'm going to filter. So I only want people that are settled and living, you know, in my colony here. So Zeus, despite being only level 15, is still one of my most powerful guys. But let's pick up my polearm guy. My AoE wizard type guy. This guy. And do I have anybody new that I want to bring? Yeah, let's bring Fu Feng. and Zeus. Again, Zeus is so strong, just out of the gate. You hit start. You can't do anything except quit or fail in this mode. And all it is an endless wave map with a bunch of enemies. And you have two buttons, Siege and Rally. Rally sends everybody back to the camp in case they split off, you know. And then Siege will directly target a single enemy. So let's put this on fast mode and watch as we go. You have a certain amount of time in the lower right. You can see all of this. You have a certain amount of time to kill 200 critters. And every 5 waves, it changes to a survive timer. So you need to just be alive for a certain amount of time. One of the reasons Zeus, even at level 1, can be so strong out of the gate, and the reason all of my roving adventurers are sort of holding their own, is I have been filling out the collect portion of the game here, which is where you submit items, and when you submit a full set, you get a global bonus as the adventurers leave the town. So when any adventurer leaves, they get this full buff for 10 minutes. At which point they need to return to town if they want to get it again. Oh, maybe it was floor 10 where we actually hit the boss. Well then, let's turn it back to full speed. I have seen this sort of illusion realm or mystic realm in a lot of these wushu games. I don't really... Is it just the astral plane sort of a deal? I'm not sure. I've been meaning to actually read some of these older wushu novels or cultivation type novels. And presumably somebody will explain that at some point. There's the pop-up about the Mystic Realms I mentioned earlier. So it came out at wherever that was, and we can leave this scene anytime we want. And now you can see, okay, some new dragons spawned. We've got dragons, 2 dragons, Polar Realm, which is what I'm doing right now. And then you also have actual islands. So these are the different islands you travel to. And each one, through the quests, you can get different bloodlines, buildings. The elf dormitory is really neat. I like that one. Various unlockables, so that's pretty cool. It's like a repeatable Majesty 2, where you can move from map to map. Alright, let's check back in on our guys here. So, if you need to go back, all you have to do is go click on Realm, and that'll zap you right in there. See what kind of levels these guys have. Okay, they're all still level 1. I don't know if that's indicative of anything. It may just spawn them at level 1 with whatever stats the waves have. Another maintenance thing to do is, if you are trying to recruit more adventurers on your Adventurers Guild, you have the management screen here, and all of these guys, which we can see here in characters roving. So you can see these guys, a bunch of green characters. If I had a bunch of space, they'd be fine. But once they've applied, they will hang out in your city, taking up an adventurer spot. So every once in a while, if it's all green, just green guys you don't want, then you can put them on the rejection list, and they will board the next airship out and get replaced with new adventurers. Okay, we've bumped up to floor 8. And got another set of cores. Hey, that's great. I just want to show the difference with the boss level. And then that should cover our 3 Rs. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. It's got a lot going on. You could do, and I've seen other people do videos on all sorts of different parts of it. While we wait, we can look at the horse collection. Yeah, where did I put that? I moved the corrals over here. And, although I don't have a lot of space for it, I have been breeding some wolves and what have you. So you can get your guys to ride a wolf or a griffin. And I think I even have a flying sword in here. Yeah, I've got a flying sword. And then, of the same species, you can cross, which will produce a critter that you can just hand out to anybody, because it won't be breedable anymore. So you can safely give away the results of all the breeding, which has a chance to increase the stats of the child horse or whale, whatever it is. I wonder if I can find them in my inventory. Well, you'd think equip would be whatever. Disassemble some green items for materials. Oh, they don't. Oh, it slowed us down when we moved back out here. Okay. Zeus is still doing just fine. This is not a way to farm XP, by the way. You can see they're getting 0 XP. It's more of a test of your adventurer's survivability and kill speed. And the majority of the adventures I brought were under 20,000 prowess or rating, whatever you want to call it. This number here, combat score. So he's only 14,000, and this is rated to start at 22,000. So one of your goals in game is to complete these to get to level 30. I am not expecting my guys to get to level 30 at all. Okay, so now we have... Oh, these guys are new. I haven't seen them before. We have now switched to a guard countdown, meaning survival. And these are all giant bosses. You can see we're starting to lose one of our adventurers already. But that's fine. We'll be able to survive with Zeus. Zeus by himself can at least live through this. Guess I'll need a lot of these. Okay, so these must be for the promotion building. Alright. And 3, 2, 1. And we beat floor 10. Hooray. I'm going to let them finish that up. And that will cover it. It took me a couple of tries to figure out the recruiting because they naturally gain favor when they quest and then come buy stuff. But realistically, to get somebody to 200 favor in a reasonable amount of time, you have to give them a suit of purple armor. If I'm going to keep playing this, I anticipate actually finishing this run because I'd like to start another one with more unlocks. Now that I've unlocked more starting stuff, then I would love to see some of the starting options. But yep, that'll be it for today. And let me know in the comments with any questions or what have you.